Alrighty, boys. In the vat remains of Edith Finch, you say? In the vat remains of Edith Finch. Why is hashtag twincest fucking on Twitter right now? Alright, let's go.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
See, there's another way to go. I don't know which way to go. You know what I'm saying? Like this, there's a deer. Hello, my boy. Keep eating. Stop moving. Wait for it. Okay, I guess it's gonna get bad anyway. Look at them cameras, my boy.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it.
I mean, that's fair.
But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
That's also fair. Dunk on these things?
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Dreaming? Let's go down this way. Just to get
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent.
Take both past the house.
As if they're about to say something, but never do.
Take both paths to the house, boys. Done and done. Okay, I got the achievement, so... Just another brother missing poster. Got it. Got it. Alright. Guess we're not going that way. Maybe we can go around right here. Okay. Guess not. Go this way instead.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house. Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Let's go back outside. I didn't even... Dang it.
The power had been turned off the night we left.
La queue. That's not gonna help much, because if you go any forward, you're gonna hit those boxes.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home. But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Edith.
Like how after Louis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly. Or how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
Flowers of India tasting Thailand.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture. My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home. Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house.
Yeah.
After it sank.
Original house is sank? What the? Oh, okay. I was like, what the?
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house. Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Oh, key's gotta go for that door, right?
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night. My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive. Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Interesting. Pacific Coast from Cove.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Barbara.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
We'll go up there now.
Whenever people ask me about my family, The first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Timed out straight slack for 86,400 seconds. Okay. Message deleted. Calvin Sam.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
God dang, really? Gregory.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
That's fair, but this is a literal bathroom. Gregory lived for literally 1 year. Eddie. Sven Hofsen Finch.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Eddie! 1917 to 2010? Good God. Must be my room. Molly. Didn't live that long, 10 years old.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
True.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up. Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Easy dub, bro.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Okay, let's wait to do that. God, living in this house would be so freaking cool, bro. Let's go see what's up in the basement first. Unless that door's probably locked.
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Someone's up there, that's for sure. Wise bot. Thank you, sir. Can I get this? Let's go in here, my boy.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door.
This is, what's her name's room?
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Yeah, Molly's room?
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
The fish. We'll eat the fish. The pumpkin.
My Halloween candy was all gone. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
The gerbil is gone. I will now eat the fish.
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
Got lucky, my boy. What the? Is there a beach out there? Oh, I can't see shit. Okay, let's see what's in here.
I I kept eating and eating.
Toothpaste. Dang, you hungry, my boy?
I ate a lot of things that night.
Oh yeah, she's dead, bro.
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat. I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Getting close, you son of a bitch. Whoa, it's over for you, my boy. Whoa.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Whoa. 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 I am. It's over for you and your stupid little.
The babies were all gone. I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Oh, what's going on here, buddy? This is crazy. This game is good.
Rabbits.
Bitch. Now what, boy?
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my eyes.
Golly, eat
I
that
swallowed
thing.
him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger. A mama rabbit.
You're done for. Another
She was almost
rabbit.
too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Alright. Got your gameplay.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever. I wanted fat, juicy seals. I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good. Grabbed on
You're
tight.
done, boy.
But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed. Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Interesting.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
My turn.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't. Passenger.
Goodbye,
I was still
Captain.
hungry.
Goodbye, Capitan.
Across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
Alright, what is it, my boy?
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
What we got, my boy? Up the pipe we go. Rusty pipe, laddies. Oh, am I coming to eat myself? Oh, don't go out of the freaking... Oh my god. I have no idea what I'm doing here. Get out of the toilet. Thank you. That was a disaster. Nobody looked. I'm gonna kill
I
myself?
got closer and closer.
I'm gonna eat the fucking fish first. This is what I'm gonna do. Okay. Can't be done, I guess. Where's the joy bowl?
All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
Whoa.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
1999. She's younger
I
than
got
me.
the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here.
Okay.
Before my mom sealed the doors.
There's definitely a cat here. What the heck? Oh, there's the cat. Yeah, I'm not done in here. God dang it. So going this way
This
too.
will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past.
Oh,
Though,
Briggy got
when
the
we adopted a
past.
stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Going in, my boy.
I spent a lot of time in Great Grandma Edie's room.
All y'all dead birds, boy. Larpy.
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Okay.
Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg
The
and their
family
newborn son,
case.
Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
Bro, if you're trying to leave the curse behind, leave the house, bro.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington
Exactly.
send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Look at that man. Look at that man. Odin.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
So it would seem. Norwegian folktales. Anyone pills to pop in there, Edie?
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed.
Nah.
She could have, but she didn't. One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go.
Good talk.
For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
Good call. Who is messaging me on Discord, bro? What remains of Edith Finch? Is it down there? Ah, VCRs.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was
Guess we're looking at
furious.
that one.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Edith Jr., brother. Book of Memories. The Magic Mountain. Rip. I can't look out the peephole. Got it. (1937) Sven Finch.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Oh man. Excuse me, guys. The bathroom.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom.
What the?
It was a pretty big trace.
There's a secret in this bathroom by Sven and Edith Finch. What, they got one fucking key for all the locks, bro?
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Interesting. Interesting.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Must be the red room then, boy. Yeah, it's the red room. Milton. Just kidding. Certified cigarette, bro. Captured the 5 Grand Generals. Buzz Lightyear? He's got 2 copies of the book captured, bro.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
The caterpillar. Oh. No, don't go in there. Okay, thank you. Jeez, I've missed out on so much stuff here, bro.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Calvin.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch.
Sammy boy.
The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Broke leg.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
What's John?
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible.
I don't want to.
Maybe if I hadn't said that. Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it.
This is it right here, boys.
He'd already made up his mind.
There's no way I'm... Okay.
That's what I want to remember about my brother. That's the day he made up his mind to fly. he did.
He did it. He's on the island. He's living on that island out there, my boy. Sammy boy, Calvin.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Sanjay K. Einborg and Sven. Okay, close the book. Thank you. What is this going to, though? I don't know what that cord is going to.
Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again. The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Milton. Wow.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
But
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Penelope's Diner. Guest starring Barbara
Of all the
Finch.
stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orca's Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned.
Interesting.
So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Is that fucking... How is this not copyrighted music?
Found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Is this, what's it called? Yeah, this is,
man killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Bye. Die, punching bag.
The old Finch rattled and grew still.
Oh dear! Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Good call.
Then act
Furiosa.
furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and
Bam.
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
His crutch.
Have you seen my other crutch?
Nope.
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show.
Cool.
Hours later,
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up.
Very
This
calm.
is a trick. You're dead, Walter.
Wrong way.
Walter, are you there? Walter vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And he couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned.
Wah.
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
I'm going to kill this fool. Checking the corners here.
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Interesting.
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
Oh, golly.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent.
She was, bro. I'm sure she was.
She had a taste for stardom, But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear.
Whoa.
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
The music box.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Yeah, you think? We're getting closer here. I'm just gonna assume that's the house settling, bro. I think that's just the best thing I could do for myself right now. Alright, give me a second, guys. I gotta do my Duolingo before midnight. No. Chicago. Chicasa, Kasai. Me. Sachiko. Chiemi. Chicasa. There we go. Duolingo done, my boy. 2 days, that's fine. I have plenty of time. Plenty of time, my boys. Oh. Oh, wait. There's gotta be another way out of here. Okay. Now streaming. Gotta be a secret way out of here, bro. I guess I'm going down to the basement.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box. It's funny. All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
Hilarious. Sven.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Another tetanus shot, brother. Oh, is this his little... What are they, Polish?
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
Packages of what?
I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that. I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Golly, bro.
If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Waltero.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
2005.
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave. Well, I still can.
Oh, okay. Okay. Evil Unleashed. The Finch Curse? Let me grab that book right there, my boy. Jiggly Farms.
I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara. And Molly. And Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me.
Interesting.
Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food.
Tired of peaches, my boy?
I don't mind if I only have a year left.
Homeboy got tired of the peaches.
Or a month. Or a single week.
That is literally insane, bro. Oh, that was good. I really like that.
Walter died when I was 6.
Okay.
I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here. I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
A little too far on that one.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
Brown
I don't want
rice.
to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left,
Yep.
maybe two, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
There's definitely someone out there.
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
Probably not.
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
Yeah, probably.
But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
True, true. But we'll see, won't we?
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
Okay. Alright, so I need to find Sam, Eddie, Sven, Ingborg, Kay, Gregory, Gus, Don, CJ, Lewis, Milton. Which one was my mother again? Don, probably. Alright. Let me use the restroom. Right back. I think I might have missed Sam's thing here. There's got to be something over here if it's letting me come over here, right? You'd think? Maybe I'm wrong. Got the candle. Always, my boy. Always candle. Let's go down the dock. The docks. Haven't been up there yet.
And when you look at the house,
Yeah.
that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
That's true. I mean, who knows?
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
That's true. Everybody's dead.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
'Cause it's a pet cemetery, my boy. Christopher, Shadow, Oliver, Bob.
3 of the gerbils are mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Shatsy. Derpy Jr., Lucy, Daisy, Charlie, Tucker, Burpy, Chirpy, Furpy, Lurpy, Zerpy, Zoe, Coco. They just ran out of ideas here, buddy. Bailey. Not the frog.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Molly Finch. Calvin Finch. Sven Finch. Edie Finch. Walter Finch. Barbara Finch.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My
Hmm.
mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
Okay.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Now what? Got it.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand.
So it would seem different.
But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from.
Gregory
Her dad had
Finch.
been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough.
Died
to
at
save her brothers.
19.
She was just trying to do better.
Sam Finch. Gus. Milton.
She
Shanja.
lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Milton.
We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
Who's Shanja?
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
There's no way these boards are holding up, but whatever. Let's do it anyway, my boy.
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Yeah, probably not a great idea, my boy.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
Old Sammy boy.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm?
Perfect.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything? It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend.
Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are. Hey!
That's a keeper.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee. I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
To tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Dawn, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph? Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere. I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time. Give me a minute to check the map.
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of it.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target. Let me get the eye. to survive, you need to be strong. Great
That's
shot,
loud,
Don.
bro. This game is so loud.
I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay?
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
so...
normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Yeah, dang, dude.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Oh, Sammy
Sam spent
boy.
his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Oh, Sammy boy. Let's see if I can't get that closer so y'all can hear me better. Turn that just a little bit down. Yeah, let's see what we got here. No, don't go in there yet. Damn it. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Goose goose. Goose goose. What we
Instead
got?
of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Word? Okay. See what we got. We need K, Eddie, Sven, Ingeborg. I don't know who the fuck that is. Sanjay, Lewis, Milton, Don, Gus, and Gregory. And war. Duck calls. Yes, Finch boy. MREs. Lovely.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. We both lost a lot.
Yeah, sounds like. Finch control. Gregory was a child. Laddie. Divorce contract.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Wee. That plays a baby with a frog, boy. Am I gonna kill myself? Oh, I'm the frog.
Over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on a second.
Am I gonna fucking kill myself, bro?
Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
We got all the duggies.
You reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was he saw. It sure made him happy.
Bubble bath, baby. Oh my god, bro. I'm gonna get drowned. I'm literally gonna kill myself. Holy crap. Get to the plug. Yeah. Yeah. Sammy boy. Gregory. You're in a bathtub. Must have missed Eddie, Finn, and Odin.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
Gus.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that I When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Yeah.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent. The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad completely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder." I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone. Just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you. She never talked about it, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name Gus.
House rules: no playing outside, no answering door, no messes after dark. All chores before dark. Respect others. Dawn's is on. No downs. Race flag 7:30. Quiet time. Duties on: sweep trash, Gus mop, mow yard, Greg be a baby. Routine: jump rope 100 times, jumping jacks 150, push-ups 100, crunches 100, run to mailbox and back.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get. Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died. She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Sanjay. Okay. Thought that was gonna be a girl. Whee! That's gotta be a trophy, bro. No trophy for that, bro? Now I gotta climb all the way back up. Bum move, bro. Dang it. Oops.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English.
We're helping hands create safe places.
Lewis was born a year later.
Lewis! Oh shit, my boy.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. And to see kids in the house again.
Man, time to make some tea, my boy.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Bathroom. Oh, Barbara, Gus, Smalley, Sam, Gregory, Odin, Louis Rose. Yeah.
But it didn't last.
Odin finished the curse.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Milton. Oh, I thought I was gonna close the window. Go back in, my boy. Anything we got in here?
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
So it would seem.
Milton Finch in the message.
That's what he's got painted downstairs.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared. Mom said we could search everywhere, and she sealed the doors.
If you think 6 seconds, I can get back to work. Sounds good, fam. Sounds good, fam. Now what?
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Upstairs.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself.
Lois.
After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room until Mom got him a job at the cannery. Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis.
Yes. Another trophy, my boys. Into Lewis's boat room, my boy. On the precious Ahoka.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar.
I wonder. Locker cup. Fireweed Road, brother.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to
wonder.
Wander.
What is it, RPG?
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then, daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss, but he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. he started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on. In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a beautiful prince. The prince was on his own quest for radiant rainbows. He followed the sound of his silver harp. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination. But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him. Began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
This game is really, 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 really good. Holy crap.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt. I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
Interesting.
The palace would be packed with his companions. Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising.
Calico. It's gotta be the therapist lady. Kiss a boy. It's time to kiss. It's time to kiss a boy. This game is really loud. I can't even hear myself talk. Oh, wait a minute, you guys. I don't think I want to do this, you guys. I don't think this is not something. And accept the crown. Let's go ahead and turn that down just some more. Audio. Music. Let's turn the music down to about halfway. Keep everything else. It's a little bit better, but Jesus, still so loud, bro. It's better. That's better. Alright, that's better. And there goes my freaking head. All of us who knew him. My dearest condolences. Let's put the sound effects down as well. Dialogue can stay all the way up though, on the room.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Now I just gotta go find Don, Edie, Sven, Sanjay, Kay. I don't know if those get... whoops. I don't know if those get... I don't know if they get little pictures here, buddy.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them.
High school diploma. Wow, interesting. The Red King's Dream. There's his buddy right there. Hey look, it's a keyboard and a mouse, like what I'm playing right now. This game is very good. Time to continue onward. Onward, Christian soldiers.
She waited until the day before we left to tell me.
Okay. Guess there's no way to look there. Edith. Yeah, so it would seem, my friend. Sanjay, you will be missed, father.
What happened that night hasn't told me for a long time. Maybe I should come see her. But it had to end one day. All that's left now is to tell you about that last day.
I don't have mom. Edith Finch.
The whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very specific.
Enough with questions. Why don't you go? The
Uh-oh. And here we go.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had fire candles. When my mom said the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or to it.
To the library, I guess.
You're afraid of isn't going to ever leave the house. Edith has a right to know this story. My children are dead because of your story.
Mm.
If Edith and I leave tonight, we'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
The history of the Finches.
Last time I ever saw the old house around. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They told me the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. No, I've seen that house every day of my life.
Guess I get to go. Okay.
For a while, I won.
Alright.
I started seeing things.
Hello, dearo, dearo.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
Like what?
But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. For me, I came back to them.
Hello, old friend.
But that I need you to try.
Edith, what are you doing in here? It's mine. Edith! Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw a great gun like Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up. She was on the ground. After that, we moved around a lot.
What remains of Edith Finch? Ooh, I love doing this. Ooh.
We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by.
Yeah?
My mom didn't want to talk about it. She sort of went to sleep.
Shake. There we go.
The rest happened.
That's right, Mom. Cough.
She got better for a while.
And then didn't.
She didn't.
Yeah, I was right. Called it.
And then I was alone. Last Finch left alive.
Except the one in your tummy.
I ran out of
Yeah, see, there you go. Easy dub.
I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
Am I gonna birth myself?
This journal was supposed to be for you.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you.
I'm literally birthing myself.
Stories myself. I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad for me. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Story by Giant Sparrow. For Shirley Dallas. We love you, Shirley. Now I have to sit here and wait because there's another person. Ian Dallas, creative director. Joseph Sarfte, technical director. Chelsea Hash, lead technical artist. Brandon Marty Nosewitz. Finish all stories. Chris Bell, lead designer. I did finish all stories. I didn't get to write a picture of my mother. San Juan Ale. Michael Kwan, technical designer. Evan Rogers, gameplay programmer. Dan Hollingsworth, engineer. Milton. Sam Rosenthal, technical designer. Jonathan Hamill, designer programmer. Sean King, programmer. I probably butchered that name, sorry. Joanne Lynch. Thanks, Jonah. Okay, sure. Unlockables programmer, that's why. Okay, that's pretty funny. Dio Artos, concept artist. Character artist. Holly Rothick, 2D artist. Michael Fallick, producer, and Alvin Nelson, producer. Steve Green, lead sound designer. Jeff Russo, composer. Eduardo Ortiz Frau. Andrew O'Della. Ben Esposito. Keith Garit. Melissa Fuss. Avin. G. Quee. Tom Bissell. Perna Interactive. Megan Ellison. Nathan Gary. Neil Himranji. Jeff Legasipi. Jordan Marks. Deborah Mars. James Massey, Hector Sanchez, playtesters. Good job, guys. You guys. Special thanks to everyone at An Hour Pictures. Trick or treat, smell my feet. Hell yeah, boy. W, in loving memory of Lewis Finch. The Edith Finch team. 2012-2017. The end. Very, very short game. The replay a story option is available now. Select Edith to play from the beginning. Oh, so I got everybody. I didn't get Dawn. Replay story. Yes. Just to get the...
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
I have to go play this one again to get that trophy, you guys.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
Interesting.
At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Okay.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible.
Let's go, baby.
Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
Or maybe if the wind hadn't picked up.
Let's go!
Then maybe he'd still be here.
That should have been it.
But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind.
Oh, dang it.
That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Let's go, baby.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Yeah, loop, baby. Alright, let's see what else. Let's see what else we got here. Catch 2 rabbits with only 2 swoops. Oh, see, that's my... Clear off all the balls of the pool table. Let him finish the Drunken Sailor song. Okay, so that's just all Molly, I'm pretty sure. That's all Molly's story. This was the long one.
December 13th, 1947.
A
Dear
day before I
Diary,
was born.
I'll be gone soon,
also
but
a
I
bunch of
wanted to
years.
tell somebody about what's gonna happen.
Like 50 years.
It started when Mom sent me to
Literally
bed
50
without
years
dinner.
in a day.
I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it. about eating Christopher, but I held back. I ate a lot of things that night.
Yes.
I kept eating and eating.
My toothpaste.
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat. I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared. Mom and Dad didn't even look at me. I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl.
I was still a baby.
First, all I heard was the wind.
No more.
Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
In the grass, you said. Where they at?
Rabbits.
Wow, there's one, baby.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger. A mama rabbit.
You're done now. There it is, baby. Catch 2 rabbits in only 2 swoops.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Bong. Hua. Wow, you shark.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever. I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Wow.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Bum.
I grabbed on
Got
tight.
it. You're done, huh?
But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Okay. Why is my tentacle not working? don't even see my tentacle, bro. Okay. Tentacle not working, which is lovely because that's also another achievement. Gregory. There we go.
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere. I was big, but I moved real quiet. I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Drunken sailor, what shall we do with a drunken sailor alive in the morning? His belly with a rusty razor, his belly with a rusty razor, his belly with a rusty razor alive in the morning. What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor alive in the morning? Put him in bed with the captain's daughter. Put him in bed with the captain's daughter. Put him in bed with the captain's daughter alive in the morning. What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor alive in the morning? Chuck it with a longboat till he's sober. Chuck it with a longboat till he's sober. Chuck it with a longboat till he's sober alive in the morning. What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor alive in the morning? Put him in the scuppers with a hose pipe on him. Put him in the scuppers with a hose pipe on him. Put him in the scuppers with a hose pipe on him. Alive in the morning. What shall we do with a drunken sailor? He's going through the whole song, isn't he? Sailor, what shall we do with a drunken sailor alive in the morning? Heave ho, she rises, heave ho, she rises, heave ho, she rises early in the morning. There we go, let him finish. Replay a story. Barbara, I gotta do. Let's do Gregory's just so we can be a child again and kill ourselves. Ah, what? Come on, bro.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
Yeah. I had to knock over my bathtub.
I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Bath time's over, Gregory. It's time to...
No!
Hold on, sweetie. Hello?
Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw.
Come on.
What his world was like.
There it is, baby. I think I have one last trophy to get. Clear all the balls on the pool table. Okay.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
This
Of all
one
the
was also
stories
pretty
people
long.
wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans.
Beastie
It was
Con.
just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now see, that was a good
That
scream.
was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him. Right on cue.
Right on cue, my boy.
She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
I don't know how they got
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
There we go, baby. Now let's just see what happens when I replay Dawn's. What is this? Oh, okay, this is just the end of the game. Okay, well, that was What Remains of Edith Finch. Plat and the whole game in literally less than 2.5 hours. Still a great game. Really, really great game. I enjoyed it. Thank you all for joining me on this stream, and I hope that you all join next time.